and girls. For those of you who've been waiting for that to come back into fruition, you are going to get your wish officially on Saturday. Welcome to this edition of Pucknology After Dark, alongside Eric Landy, who has the greatest first name ever, and my compadre, as always, oh shush, AJ Strong. If you want to be a part of the show, feel free. Use the hashtag Pucknology After Dark. You can tweet any of us at PuckGuy14, at AJ underscore Strong, at Pucknology. We will be more than happy to get there. Of course, as always, feel free to subscribe down somewhere along the lines because we could really appreciate it. Again, Pucknology.net will be coming on right as we begin the hockey season, right before our Pickapalooza Spectacular on October 4th, we'll call it. So, good evening, guys. AJ, how are you, sir? Of course, you have to unmute yourself there.
Yeah, I know. I tried to make it all clean. How's it going? What's going on, boys?
I'm feeling a little original, don't you? Landy, how you doing, bud?
I'm feeling very teal in a good
Very
way.
teal. Yes, exactly. Well, if you haven't been on Facebook or Twitter or maybe even Snapchat over the last 27 or 28 hours, the biggest Sharks news around, besides the guys pretty much all getting back into town now with the training camp, probably mugshots and physicals and all of that nature getting going, is the leakage of, if you want to call it that, the leakage of the what was the newly created Heritage jersey that the Sharks will use 3 times next season. Um, I will give credit to Hockey Giant in San Jose for actually putting this out before they're supposed to, and I will credit the former Twitter handle 21 21 bucks at the same time. Although that Twitter handle has now come and gone. Ruin, come back, please. You are an awesome person even before this, so it's greatly appreciated. But pretty much there it is, folks. The complete. There's no different logos. There's no different anything. It is edgified, of course, but that is the original teal Sharks jersey, and that's a piece of beauty. And I've looked at all of the sportslogos.net, my good friend Chris Creamer, my Canadian twin, as I used to call him, along with aesthetics.co, who ran with it this earlier this morning, and nothing but rave reviews of this jersey returning. I will start with my compadre AJ, but it's coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple people, like, one out of every 100 people that have said, nah, it's okay, or it seems a little plain or something. And if you delve a little bit deeper into it, it's because they they became a fan in 2000, 2001. They don't remember this jersey. They don't, they've never really seen it before. So to them, they go, oh, it's a little plain or whatever. Where, those of us that have been here from the beginning, we sit there and sit there and go, finally, it's back. And yeah, they brought it back for the 20th anniversary. I mean, they made it available for purchase in the stores, but it wasn't edgified. It was the ones in 20 and for the 20th were actually CCM reproductions. So these are the the Reebok Edge versions, and you know what? This one they got it right. They got it right, Landy.
Yeah, I mean, well, first off, let's just say this is a leak, so by all, but it's not official yet. But I mean, multiple sources. At this point, if they if this isn't the jersey, I think you'd see a larger backlash, because this is the way it should have been done. And I'm really happy. And for those who didn't come on board until later on, I mean, this is it. I mean, this is what we all started with. I've got mine from 1991 sitting right over there somewhere. Um, so it's awesome to have it back. It really is.
Yeah, it's. Go ahead, AJ. I'm sorry.
No, I was. To me, it's this of over the last year or so, whatever, the time that we, mostly I, have spent just raking Tortora over the coals and everything that the Sharks have done since he's kind of taken his current position, whether it was not re-signing Drew, whether it was the addition of Ice Girls. It just seemed like one bad choice after another. And I'm not saying this is redemption, but it's like they so got this right. The only way it could have been more right is if they tossed the black unis out for the season and did throwback Thursdays and wore these every Thursday. I know they can't, but that's the only way it could have been better, or at the very least wear these opening night. But either way, could not be more happy about this. Can't wait to go get one when they're available. Once it's official, and which I'm assuming is going to be on Saturday. And big shout out to whoever the media group is with the Sharks. The video that they put out today was
Yes.
exquisite. I don't know how they were able to come up with that, turn that do the production on that, turn it around that fast, but well done.
It was really well executed by the Sharks production staff. I don't know if they kind of had a feeling that this was going to happen, but that was great. And for the record, the whole truth, I didn't call or text the girl that was in the video, just to make that very plain and explicit. I retweeted a lot of pictures showing the jersey, but obviously not. Now, here's the question though, and AJ.
You should tell people if they don't know what we're talking about, what it is, the video.
Right. That basically there was a video put out about 10 o'clock this morning Pacific time. Basically, showing members of the staff kind of hidden.
It's like silhouetted. It's like they're
yeah, like
witness protection.
Exactly.
Right. Trying to protect themselves from, oh, it wasn't me. I got a text from Eric, and then I saw something on Twitter, and then something was snapping, and then all of a sudden, it started blowing up. It's like, first off, well, let's put it this way. Hockey Giant, which is a store that's in San Jose that actually had the jersey out.
Funnily enough, just to interject, I'd never heard of this store until yesterday, and it's literally 10 minutes from my house.
Right. It opened up, I think, in the middle of last season, and they've been running ads during the Sharks radio broadcast, and you don't hear much from Hockey X as much, but yeah, they had it out, and they actually had, and if we go, I'll put it back up, but the picture on the left with the guy in the jersey, that's a posed picture in their store with one of their coworkers actually showing it off. Now here's the problem. They weren't supposed to do that. They weren't supposed to do that at all. Apparently, the jerseys will be officially unveiled on Saturday. They'll be available for purchase probably all the merchandise stands at SAP Center and at the Sharks store. I would assume also, because in case you want to, spend another $135 on a jersey, that the Barracuda jerseys will be out at the same time too. But nonetheless, here's a question that I will throw to you. As you can tell, all of us are in our original teal. I slapped the 25th patch on probably because they will have that on at the Sharks stores. But here's the thing, guys. So we have this. Would you get another one in that's edgified.
Oh, absolutely. Because I mean, I have the one that I'm wearing, and this isn't authentic. If I was to, turn it inside out and show it to you, there's a fight strap back here. This is the first jersey I ever purchased, and just to show you how far back I go, I bought this. I actually ordered this at the Shark store in Valco, if you remember
Ooh,
that time.
Wow.
Okay, so.
Cupertino.
Yeah, so this is when I got that. No, I would totally get an edgified one, and because it does look a little bit different. It's obviously a different shade of teal.
Yeah, that's what I
Uh,
was gonna say.
yeah, so no, absolutely. Plus, it'll have that 25th patch and everything. But no, absolutely, I'm buying one of these. I mean, I'm not. You don't even have to think twice about it.
And the one thing that they did to kind of get it into the edge palette was they readjusted the neckline. So the neckline is now a little more shapely, whereas our jerseys kind of have the fat neckline. Yeah, so if you can see, it kind of V's down, and it's just a little bit more sleeker look. And that NHL shield just kind of pulls it all together. It looks really good.
And it really goes to show, at least from my point of view, my perspective, adding orange was really stupid.
No, they should have
No
never gone.
need for it.
It should have never gone away from gray. Because
Yeah.
remember, ours was gray, black, and teal. And I understand why they put the orange in there because of the hockey stick from the original, but they kind of missed the tone of orange that it was anyways.
Yeah, I could see what it was. If actually, believe it or not, because as a logo graphic design dork that I am, um, the orange wasn't orange. It was actually tan. What ended up happening is that CCM actually kind of used more of an orange color on the jerseys, and then when Nike came around to do the original third jersey, which ended up being, the second generation with the circle, with the circular shoulders, and then the fin, kind of like the fin mesh down here, they changed it to that burnt orange, and that's where it kept going on and onward. Um, it's it's gonna be nice. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about spending 135 on updated replica jersey. It would be probably a slam dunk if the shoulder patches were actually sewn. But I digress. Although the only remaining thing, really, mind you, barring something was different, I just hope they got the numerals right because
Yeah.
they're not. I mean, while right now it is a white number with a black outline, it was definitely a different font compared to. Yeah, here I'll put it on AJ here. That number 2 is definitely way more different than what's on the twos for the jerseys. It slants down. By the way, what jersey is that?
Oh, this was oh my God, I've entered orange territory again, haven't I?
Oh boy.
You do that color correction thing up there, and everything goes to crap.
Oh, there it goes. You're good.
There we go.
Oh,
No.
No, no, now he's red
Oh,
faced.
Jesus Christ! Chester Chivo's busy screenshotting as we speak.
I bet you like devil horns or something.
Oh, no, God damn it, those sons of bitches. See, it
Devil!
goes away. See, it color corrects itself. And I come back up, and okay.
Now you're better.
No, these are so like I was saying when I got this back at Valco, me and a friend of mine both got them at the same time, and we just both have nicknames on it. So it's on my nameplate it says Turbo, his says Sonic, and mine and my number was 2, and but the funny part is that at the time, Jim Kite wore the number 2. I don't know if you remember him, but I believe the only Sharks player that was ever legally deaf. But he wore number 2 at the time, and at the Sharks Fan Fest back in the day, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, saw the photo that I posted recently with Urbe wearing this jersey and with a lot more hair. But in that picture, yeah, I'm wearing this jersey, but at that fan fest, yeah, Jim, I don't know if I can turn around and you can actually see it without me pulling out the mic, but he actually, signed it. So it was pretty cool, just because we both wore the number 2. It was just a good time. Oh, and I'm orange again.
Well, fix
So,
yourself.
so
Go
this
ahead,
is
Landy.
yeah, this is mine from 1994. Um,
Nice.
yeah, my mother bought it for me when it was the let's see, it was the San Jose Arena. That's right.
Yes.
It hadn't been named Compact. It hadn't been named SAP yet. Or
God, look at how nice that neck looks.
yeah, and the little baby hockey stick. Um, anyhow, so that was what I got as a kid. And my first ever hockey game was a San Jose Rhinos
Yep.
Ooh,
RHI.
nice.
Yeah,
I
so
had
that
a
was my
jersey of theirs once. I don't know what the hell happened to it. But go ahead.
yeah. We had the T-shirts, the San Jose Rhino T-shirts. We would rock those all the time. Um, but yeah, no. So I mean that's the jersey I grew up knowing as a kid. That was what got me into the Sharks. I mean the color just popped. You didn't see anything like it. It was so 90s, but it was done very tastefully.
Right.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'll probably, when I get my Edge jersey, the Heritage, I'm liking that framing job so much. I think I might do that with this, since this was my very first jersey.
Yeah, I got mine at Michael's. They do that annual frame sale thing, and it's in a shadow box with UV protected glass. I mean, that thing's never gonna fade. It's even got the mustard stain I had on there from a hot dog when I was a kid.
No, I'm gonna go with I think they're called Sports Gallery. It's the small shop that's right next to the Poorhouse Bistro and Patty's.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
I've already had them do a couple things, and they amazing work, and they're fast as hell. So this segment brought to you by Sports Gallery.
Nice. But before we start changing subjects, we gotta put this out. So
What a
that is
man.
Awesome flow,
ages.
man.
Wow, with the flow. With Archer's Urban from what, 95 or
No,
94?
that's I believe that is 94.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and what's funny is I had just like gotten a haircut like 2 days earlier. It was actually like about 3 or 4 inches longer before that.
Dude, you could actually pass for Nikki Sixx on that photo.
Hey, speaking of which,
Hey, what a segue there.
Segue.
Segway King. The Sharks have essentially come out and said, everybody's going to find out on Saturday about the Heritage jersey. It appears that this leaked jersey is in fact going to be the Heritage jersey, and like I said, everybody seems to be held to the yeah about that, with the exception of one gentleman who seemed to be very adamant yesterday. Our friend Bleeding Teal had a nice diatribe on the Facebook page listing why this isn't the Heritage jersey, that it's going to be something completely different, and that they're just trolling this out there, to recognize the anniversary, blah, blah, blah. I actually think the leaked photo is the actual Heritage jersey. I can't see them rolling out another one, especially when you look at, like Eric Kura pointed out, you have the Barracuda coming in, and chances are there's going to be gear available on Saturday for those as well. People are not going to be buying 3 jerseys. 2, maybe. They're not buying a Heritage jersey, an Edge throwback, and a Barracuda jersey. No, just no fucking way. So
I've slammed Tortora a number of times. And if this is a bait and switch, then it just reaffirms everything that I've said. But if he does kind of make this right, he's gained a little bit in my book, but still I think he's got miles to go. But this is a good step in the right direction. If this is indeed the jersey, which I think it is, I can't see it not being anything else. I think fans would be more pissed if this wasn't it,
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. And Go ahead, Eric.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, with it being it being a Reebok Premier replica jersey, I can't see them, just making a mock-up, a really good one for that matter, and to have it show up and it being, something else. I just can't see it. I mean, like we were suspecting they were going to use the shark in the logo with this style of a jersey. Maybe it's the darker teal, but they pulled all this out. I can't see them doing that. Like I said before, I thought they would go with something that was a mixture this year, and then bring this out next year for the 100th anniversary of the NHL.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
could have been a good play.
See,
See,
and
yeah,
that's where
with that.
that's
You remember the 75-year anniversary on
mhm,
the
mhm.
second year, I think, right?
First
In
year,
'92? Oh,
first,
91. Okay.
first year.
Yeah, that was an awesome patch.
Hmm.
That was a sick
see,
patch.
I was thinking that they're just as Kuro was saying that the throwback jersey was going to be kind of a blend of old and new, where it would potentially have, they would shoot for this color teal or what, as close as they could get to it or whatever, and potentially, as you said, use that the sharks, the new, now the third iteration of a shark. We have the original black and white one on here. We have Sharkachu on the current logo. Then we have I guess the third generation shark would actually be the one where that's on the black, the current blacks, where the fin is actually down, and then the fourth iteration being the one that Eric just posted up. That's part of the 25th. So yeah, I could have pictured it being that logo on here with the neckties that we have on the current jerseys,
Oh
but
yeah.
the rest of it being this retro style. What they ended up doing though, so much better, so perfect.
Well, somebody posted out when we got the Stadium Series, right when it was first announced. Somebody posted a Stadium Series jersey mock-up that had the ties, had the old logo that looked really, really good. Um,
I remember that one.
yeah, and I think those ties are just they harken back to old time hockey, and I love that look.
As do I. And going to the talking about jerseys, we're going to the Twitter machine, and Alex27 is asking what generation Sharks jersey did not that you guys didn't like, and everybody knows. For me, it's like the Sharks have 4 generations of jerseys, and I own multiple copies of multiple versions of the first gen, multiples of the second gen, and I have two of the current gen. I have none of the third generation. I will never own a Sharks jersey with that much goddamn orange on it. When I saw that, I hated the yolks. Those black yolks on the shoulders. There was nothing about it I liked. I didn't care for. It took me a while for that whole Reebok Edge neck thing to grow on me, but yeah, I was so. Uh, I just couldn't take it. I would see those jerseys, I'd want to throw up. I'm still rooting for this team, and I'm like, why is there orange there? Why did and you also have to take into account how much I absolutely adored our second generation jerseys.
Yeah, no,
That's when they made that transition, I was like, I thought it was a little too soon. I mean, hell, they only wore the first ones for only like 6-7 years, but that when they went to that new version, I was like, holy hell, those things are gorgeous. And then it's like you changed the logo, which I didn't care for. You added orange. You changed the jersey. I mean, it was just change. And I know it was a league-wide thing with the deal with Reebok, but I thought it was hideous. And I'm still not completely in love with the current Sharkachu crest. I still think the one that we're all wearing on our jerseys right now is the best one. But yeah, I couldn't stand the third generation. What about you, Landy?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that threw me off most about the third gen was the orange eyes. I wasn't really big into that. I just kind of made that feel like Japanese anime, Sharkachu. That was the thing that made it Sharkachu. Um, uh-oh, looks like we dropped Puck Guy.
Uh-oh, he must be on AOL again. God damn it.
Um, but I think the jersey that I think is kind of my least favorite is the white version of our favorite jersey. Um, the white version of the Reebok or actually the Nike with the shark fins. I kind of felt like the white and the silver in the armpits kind of clashed. I didn't think that was great. And because I really like the gray, just flat gray on white look from the originals.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that is. But I mean, I own every jersey except for the fourth generation white, which
Yeah.
that's going to be a Hurdle jersey.
Yeah. My first fourth generation I bought was a Hurdle, but I and what's cool is it was at the game. I took my dad to the game who was out here visiting, and we both picked up Hurdle jerseys that night. Like as soon as we walked in, I was showing him around the tank and whatnot. And he's like, I really like these new jerseys. I think we should get one. And he goes, what players should I get? Who's going to be around for a while? And I was like, well, everybody seems to be really up on this Hurdle kid. Why don't we get Hurdle jerseys? Okay, that sounds like a good idea. And then, of course, that's the night against Phoenix, and he scores his first two goals, his first two NHL goals. So It was like, that was really cool. And then what was the funnier part is at the end of the night when we were leaving, we ran into Doug Wilson going out into the parking lot, and even he commented, he's like, hey boys, really, really like those Hurdle jerseys on you. I'm like, okay, bro, calm down. you already got our money, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, and it kind of sucks because for a long time we were forced this notion that Reebok couldn't do the original teal. And now with this new heritage jersey, it's like, oh, sorry, we can do it.
Well, I don't know. I want to see it up close next to the jersey I'm wearing. The one that I'm wearing does seem to be, I don't know, the at least the photo that I'm seeing, it looks to be a little more blue,
right? Yeah.
Where this has this for me, it's like this jersey, the original jersey was the sweet spot of teal. This is the sweet spot color. When they went to the second generation, it went a little more blue. It still looked fantastic, but it did get kind of a deeper looking blue. And then that third generation, because the second one had more blue, when you would put it next to the third generation damn near looked straight up green. It was hideous. So it's nice to see that the current one, they went back to that kind of, steel blue, teal, whatever you want to call it, but they went back to that color. And, it kind of looks as though that new throwback jersey, it's kind of a cross between the ones that we're wearing and the ones that they currently wear now. So like I said, I just, I'll be more than happy to compare the two
when I buy it.
Yeah, exactly. In a future episode, I'll be more than happy. Did the dinner bell ring? Did AOL kick him off for exceeding his hours? I mean,
it's peak activity hours, remember?
Oh, is that what it is? And he didn't pay his bill? Dude, Kuro, what's going on, bro? What happened to you, man? Shoot him a quick one. It's like, what's up? So anyway, moving on from that, while we wait for him.
So you were talking about we've gone to Nikki Sixx, and we were talking music, goal music. So for FanFest, what do you have up going there?
Well, I was just, it's like my prediction about these jerseys came out so well. I was just going with look, for all of us who are going to to watch the game, the Sharks Ducks, whatever the hell this game is this Saturday, when the Sharks score, they're gonna have to play a song. So I'm assuming either they announce it at FanFest, or it's just as soon as the Sharks scored their first goal, we're all gonna find out what the new goal song is. So are they going to have a formal announcement between, you know, either today, tomorrow, or, you know, prior to FanFest or during it? Do we all find out, or are they going to play a song if they score, or are they just going to blow the horn? You know, I mean.